So this week on the YA Rebels, we're going to be talking about cover art. So I'm going to start with my first book now. This is a box of Honey Nut Cheerios.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
So before I get started on the actual cover art images, just 4 things I want to say up front. Yes, I do realize that I have a military haircut. No, I did not join the Marines. No, it was not on purpose. And yes, you should shut your big fat mouth. Stop laughing. I've been cutting my hair for the last 3 years by myself and haven't had any disasters until this week when I wasn't paying attention and forgot to put on the attachment and ended up shaving a 2 by 4 inch section of hair off the side of my head. So I had to bick the whole thing. I look like I'm about to go out and hunt the Predator. I look like Colonel Guile from the Street Fighter movie. I sort of look like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in Season 1. This is Marcello in the Real World. It's by Francisco X. Stork, and it's one of my favorite books that I read in all of 2009. And it has this beautiful cover done by Dan McCarthy with Christopher Stengel on jacket design. You can see it wraps around. I don't know how if you can make out the stars on the camera, but this is just, it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, my absolute favorite trilogy of all time is the Mist series by Rand and Robin Miller. It also happens to have 3 of my favorite covers of all time. So this is starting with Mist, the Book of Atris, Book 1. Mist, the Book of Tiana, and this is probably my favorite of the colors. I just love the green on here. And then Mist, the Book of Denis, which is my favorite in the series. But they all have this sort of emblem that changes from book to book in the center. It's just, I just love staring at these. One of my other recent favorites from 2009, and I know Victoria used this one too, is The Body Finder by Kimberly Durting, who's a fellow Andrea Brown client. And it has this beautiful backlit flower on the front. I know they're continuing the theme with Desires of the Dead, which comes out next year, only it's got a pink flower. But then it has this beautiful silhouette on the back. I'm going to apologize for the number of times that I use the words gorgeous and beautiful in this video. So when I was growing up, I was a big fan of Michael Crichton, so I was really excited to see the cover of his last book, The Pirate Latitudes. It's got this cool pirate theme going on, kind of makes me want to hop around the house with an eye patch and a saber and a parrot. Yarr! Then we have Holly Black's paperbacks of Tithe and Valiant. I'm a huge fan of what Simon Pulse did with these. You kind of have like the grungy, rusty black and brown in the background, and then you have this really eerie green phosphorescence of the butterfly in this one, and then the sword in this. And lastly, I thought I'd go a bit old school. Used to read a lot of Fear Street, and this is just creepy. This is The Snowman by R.L. Stine. Headless Snowman. Ugh. It's also no secret to the world that I devoured the Goosebumps series when I was a kid. I have pretty much all of them still sitting in my bookcase. And you just don't see illustration like this anymore. This is by Tim Jacobus, who did all of the Goosebumps series. Here's another one with like a praying mantis taking over the theme park. And yeah, they just really creeped the shit out of me when I was 8 years old. On a personal note, people have been asking me recently about Wildfire's cover. It doesn't come out till next summer, so I probably won't see that for several months. But I'm going to give you a little treat. I've been working on a mock-up of what I think the cover will probably look like. And I should preface this by saying that my kindergarten teacher told my parents that I was probably never going to be an artist. And she was right. So without further ado, I give you Wildfire. Please don't make my cover look like that. So that's all for today. We'll see you next Sunday. Hey you. I kind of want to take you out for a nice steak dinner. why is that red light still on?